Hello Aries, this is your reading for August 2021. Well, at least for the next 4 weeks. It'll probably run to the mid-September now, depending on how quickly I can get my September readings out. I am obviously behind, my apologies. If you're listening on YouTube, this is for my Patreon members, but it's half of my videos will go out on YouTube, and if you want access to them all, please check the Patreon link below. Okay Aries, let's start. Now this month, we are in your 10th house and we have Uranus. So there might be something surprising happening on the career front here. I am seeing with the reconsider your alliances, my Miss Spiderweb and the Maiden, a depiction of that, if you like. So maybe something completely out the blue. It could be, you know, a promotion. It could be, I'm not really seeing anything coming through in the work front, honestly, but so this could be like a completely separate message. There is something new. Your outcome is literally the Fool, which I've yet to clarify. So something brand new, something that you maybe haven't been engaged with before, because the Maiden is a very novice energy, someone who's, you know, pretty innocent, needs to learn a lot. Miss Spiderweb speaks about reconsidering who you're connecting with. Sometimes online it can be that there's some connections you want to drop, or there are new connections you're going to be making. You might want to, you know, launch yourself on social media, or make a website, take a website down. There is a strong media connection here, and it may be something quite surprising this month for you. I've got unique gifts with We're Here. And your unique gifts is about becoming conscious of what your path is, what you're supposed to be doing. And it may be something that you haven't even thought of, or you never thought would be a path that you should be taking. But it's about looking at what is a bit quirky about you, what's maybe a little bit odd, or, you know, doesn't fit in the mainstream, and telling you that that is literally your superpower. So there is something here that you're able to tap into that is very unique, very different, very new in this month. And it may be in terms of just your public image in the 10th house, or it may be an actual, you know, complete career change. The We're Here can speak about Halloween, but it's about not judging a book by its cover. It's things that that can look a little bit odd or a little bit weird. You may be a little bit suspicious of them. I sort of do feel, Aries, and I have done your reading because your weekly was off the charts and I couldn't work out what the hell was going on, that this might be a separate message to your main reading. So, you know, fit it to your circumstances as it resonates. But there is something very new, very unusual, very quirky that's going on over here. And I think when I get to the Fool and the outcome and clarify it, it might be a bit clearer. Because basically there's someone here with the past energy being the Two of Cups here. This is what's leaving your life. So there is a connection that is leaving your life. It's not in reverse. You know, you would normally expect it to be in reverse if it was some sort of breakup, or, you know, or a love relationship. I'm just feeling that it's something, I almost feel that it's a relationship that's kind of naturally dissipated. It doesn't feel like, I feel you're in the dark about it, but ultimately it is something that's leaving your life. It's something that you're moving on from. But the core of the matter here is that someone is very much in the dark in August, maybe very confused, because your significator, the heart of the matter, is the moon. This is Hecate. She is the goddess of enchantment. She speaks about your subconscious. I mean, my Mythic Tarot, a wee bit different from like the main moon card. She actually does she can send people into like tormented headspaces. It's one of her powers, if you like. Maybe that's your superpower, I hope not. But what she does is actually send demons, to men mainly, but through the dream space. She torments them in the dream space. So it can speak of a period of being maybe highly anxious, being very confused, not knowing what direction to take, feeling that there's something that's hidden from you. And in your block position, I sort of get the feeling that this is what's maybe hidden from you. Now, there may have been an ending with this partnership in the past, or this job or connection. And I don't think you know the whole story, basically, with the moon being here. Her head's always spinning in the moon. The Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So an ending that in some way is deceptive. And obviously very painful in the Ten of Swords. I mean, it can be a card of exhaustion. I just feel there's someone here where there's been some sort of ending, there's been a disconnect, and you're not, maybe not completely in the dark, but you're very confused about it. You don't really understand why it's happened. You don't have all the answers. I don't know why. Maybe you're not able to speak to this person. Maybe they've ghosted you. Maybe, I don't know. There is like, you just don't know. You don't really understand what's gone on. And that is a block for you. You know, you've maybe not had sufficient closure. You don't know all the information, and it's leaving you a little bit stuck and confused, and maybe super emotional this month as well. At the root of the matter, this is something you're not fighting for in the Seven of Wands here. It's just, you're not getting involved in any competition. You're not getting involved in any mind games. You just don't want to fight. And the headspace, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Ten of Cups reversed. This is a bit of a failure in terms of a relationship. It can be a rejection of a marriage proposal for some people, or there can be money issues in a marriage or in a family. There's discord within a family, and it may be due to money or someone not being able to, you know, work or not earn enough. We will clarify it all. You are being seen as someone who's not prepared to negotiate. I think you're the Queen of Swords here, because in your future I've got the Queen of Swords reversed, and I've got the Knight of Wands, who is another individual. And because you are seeing yourself as the Three of Pentacles, now this can be work related. This is not wanting to be part of the team. This is not enjoying your workplace. This is not feeling camaraderie and, you know, everyone pulling together. You may be seen as someone who's just not prepared to contribute to something, but is also not being prepared to fix something. That is the main energy I'm getting off this Queen of Swords, that she's not prepared to make any effort. And how she is actually being seen as the Death card. So I've got the Death card and the Ten of Swords here. There is most definitely a definitive ending. Someone is drawing a line over it. And yet I still feel, because I'm sort of focusing on the Queen of Swords in terms of who I'm reading for now, is that she can't handle the truth or something, or she doesn't actually want to know the truth. You might actually be happy to be sort of like have this veiled and softened, because your fear is actually the Ace of Swords. Your fear might be communication, but your fear, I really do feel that somebody's fear is the truth. Bob, bye. It's okay. Yeah, sorry, the dog's dreaming. In your hopes is the Four of Swords in reverse here. So you might be hoping that to recover from something. You might be hoping to come out of a period of isolation. Maybe you have got like had a physical ailment, or you just you've just had a period of introspection and withdrawal, and you're kind of hoping to come out of that. And as I say, your outcome is the Fool, so there's something brand new here which we do like. So I'm just going to comment on the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is coming in here and he's got a story to tell. So I don't know if this is an attempt, you know, to explain themselves. This could actually be your child with the child orphan here. So this could be somebody who who's got a story to tell, maybe about their childhood, or has got a story to tell maybe about an actual child. It can be someone who's very expressive, very fiery, very passionate, and you know, they may have conquered some of their issues in that department. But this Queen of Swords, who I'm sort of seeing as you, but only because you're seeing yourself as the Three of Pentacles, someone who's not prepared to collaborate, get involved with anyone else, maybe even listen, don't want to know. She's a Midas, or a miser, and a mediator. Now, it might be to do with money here, and there's maybe some negotiation about, you know, money, salary, 10 times again. I just feel that she's not prepared to negotiate. She's very, very fixed. She might even be very angry or bitter. She can be someone who negotiates with an ulterior motive, or she's got some sort of hidden agenda in terms of that. But I just don't see her be prepared to listen. There's a story that's to be told here, and I don't think she's prepared to listen to whatever the story is. And that may make her come across mean, or she may indeed be mean. She may be someone that hoards money, or hoards their emotion, but ultimately she can also be someone who is very well off and doesn't want to negotiate. The mediator was in reverse. She does not want to negotiate, because there may have been a betrayal here in the past, and she's just washed her hands of it and wants to try something new. So this is like, you know, breaking down old connections and making new ones. So let's get into it. I do have at the base of the deck, Aries, the Two of Wands with the Devil in reverse, and this is a decision to leave something that's, you know, is kept someone bound, or is someone who's breaking free from some addictions or old patterning, bad habits. Let's have a look. So why does Aries have the moon in August 2021? I can't believe we're in August. Honestly, just shocking. Why does Aries have the moon? We are shuffled. The moon for Aries. Why it is Aries the moon? I don't know how that wants to come out here. I'm actually saying that because the moon can be a card when you're like really caught up in your subconscious and you're having a lot of sleepless nights and bad dreams, and it can be a very fearful energy as well because you can't see anything here. This is a card that speaks of like self-pity sometimes. Self-defeat is very pessimistic. It can even be depressive. So someone's like mental state here is not good. Now it may be because they're dealing with the Glanconer in reverse here, who is my my narcissist. There's a fear here. There's actually a fear here. Hold on. Aries, moon and luminous doom. The moon doom. Aries, August 2021. Why do we have the moon for Aries, luminous doom? So there's a lot of like soul searching going on here. Okay, it's nice to see Iris of the Rainbow, because that sort of speaks. There's been a lot of like you know, shadow work probably being done here with Laguna coming through, because she explores internally and externally. She's not afraid of getting into the, you know, the underworld. And Hecate here with the Cerberus. Is it Cerberus or Cerberus? I always get that wrong. It's the three-headed dog. They actually guard the door to the underworld here. So I think someone's been doing a lot of you know, soul searching, some shadow work here. Probably been a bit down, but with Iris coming out here, this is the card of growth and somewhat of a transformation, but one that takes some time. There's a lot of patience in this card. She is promising a better future, basically. She's not saying that everything's behind you and it's all rosy, but the very worst of it is behind you when Iris comes through. She is the light that breaks through the darkness. And there is darkness here, and there is probably sadness and depression, but there has been a lot of, you know, shadow work being done. So let's have a look at what, I mean, as I say, coming back to your fear, I think somebody doesn't want to know the truth here. Why is tell me what's in this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords for Aries. Okay. Ten of Swords for Aries. Ten of Swords for Aries. Right, so it's a love relationship here. Basically, it's probably gone a little bit sour because there's been some sabotaging behaviour. It can be some sort of gossip here, but this is a masculine energy who's been lying. He of the Fiery Sword in reverse. To someone who's not honest, not truthful, not upright. And, you know, with Tahom the Poet in reverse here, he is reversed. He is reversed. You know he's reversed. When he's in reverse, it can speak of a kind of like, it's like a smouldering eroticism that's turned to be bitty putrid. You know what I mean? There is some sort of lie here in terms of a love relationship and how it ended or why it ended. That someone is in the dark about. Show me Tahom in reverse. Show me Tahom in reverse with the Seven of Swords. Oh, Christ almighty. It's the moon again. Someone really, really is like properly emotionally overwhelmed or confused, or may have had some sort of mental health issues here. That's a lot of moon in reverse dark energy I'm seeing. This is someone who's not opening up emotionally. He's not prepared to apologise, possibly. And we have the Devil in reverse again. So there's been something very, very toxic here. There's like, this is like passion that's turned sour with the Devil and Tahom. You know, He's your lovesick Romeo, doesn't really do anything. He just likes to watch, but he sees beauty everywhere. He writes poetry. But it's like, I don't know, I'm sort of getting this kind of like nerdy feel, like seeing some sort of American TV series, and I can't get the name of it. But it's when somebody is like being rejected or not fully accepted, and they go a bit warped. This is kind of warped. And that's why you maybe don't want to hear the truth, or you don't want to listen to someone or negotiate. Show me Tahom. Tell me more about Tahom and his lies. Or his self-deceit. Can be self-deceit, the Seven of Swords, but it's usually pretty immoral behaviour. This is someone who's reckless. It's someone who may want a new beginning, wants to take action in a department, they don't know how to do it. It's a very immature energy here. This is very young. Right, so why did it end? Why is the Ten of Swords here with the Lovers? King of Pentacles in reverse. So it could be to do with somebody's financial status that was an issue here, or this is somebody who's very greedy, who wants to win in terms of their finances. I don't know specifically how that can relate to your relationship, but the King of Pentacles in reverse can be someone who is very miserly, very secretive. Show me. King of Pentacles reverse. Now this might not be the person you've broken up with or have had issues with. This could be somebody they're connected with. He's a gossip. He thrives on sharing your private and secret information. A femme fatale and a guide. So either this is someone who got involved with another female, or this is just someone who is who lures someone in sexually, but the actual goal is money. And there may now be some sort of a talk about that. And I don't know why, but I sort of feel you're kind of in the dark about that. Okay, let's go straight to the Ace of Pentacles reverse and the Ten of Cups. Why is the Ace of Pentacles reverse for the Ten of Cups reverse for Aries? Why is the Ace of Cups reverse? Too many. Something rash. She of the Cruax. This is mothering energy. This is pregnancy, birth. Something is turned on its head here. Why is the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Cups for Aries? I don't know. There's just lies. More lies. Like, there is literally a veil of deception here that either you or someone else just can't see through. Solace is in reverse. He's usually about, you know, standing on your own 2 feet, but he's also about doing things, taking action. He's a higher consciousness, you know. He's literally like, you know, the sun. It's expanded awareness, and that's in reverse. Someone has like a very myopic view. There's a lack of understanding about why this has occurred, why there's been a breakdown. And there's chaos around a feminine energy, or in terms of a pregnancy. There's utter chaos around this. Because there's lies. Show me the Ace of Pentacles. Why is it reversed in Aries headspace? I really do feel this is someone rejecting some sort of marriage proposal. But, you know, the Ten of Cups can relate to just family matters in general. It's emotional contentment, and there's none. It's disappointment. There's a failure here. Show me the Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups for Aries. Please. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups for Aries. Okay. Aries. Switch up the deck. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Justice. I do think this is just a straight up divorce. There's a severing of an agreement, and something's not being fair. I mean, I'm not being fair about it, but there's a failure. And yet, for some reason, someone doesn't really understand why it's come about. Yeah, this is a divorce. This is a breakup. There's something unfair. There's poor decisions in love and in connection with the marriage here. And someone might want to try and put this right, but honestly, there is so much confusion. And I think someone would just rather not deal. So let's have a look at the Two of Cups in the past. That's what's leaving your life now, or that energy is dissipating. There's been a decision there. Two of Cups in Aries past. Two of Cups in Aries past. Two of Cups in Aries past. Stuck. This is this kind of same moon energy, just not being able to see things clearly. This can be a card of self-denial. I mean, this is what's leaving. I think somebody's like calling themselves out here in terms of this connection, because it's done. It's done. It's just done. And the Seven of Wands reverse at the root of the matter. Someone wants to have a conversation about, you know, some irresponsible behaviour, some irresponsible action, something that they haven't really thought through. There's a masculine energy here. It wants to take some sort of action. He wants to understand more. He feels he has an intuitive knowing. He may be very intuitive. But there's no action here. There's no fighting. There's no attempt to correct it. And yet, for some reason, there is some sort of interaction in the future here. Seven of Wands reversed on himself at the root of the matter. Seven of Wands reversed. Okay. So he's out. He may have been juggling. He may have been in two minds. You may have been in two minds about it. There's a connection here with the Queen of Wands. I have a Queen of Swords in the future. There's a connection here with the Queen of Wands from the past, and it's been a soured relationship. There's no good memories there. There's no good memories there. I feel I'm going to be saying the same thing all the way through Aries, but you never know. I'm still looking forward to getting to the full at the end, because that's the new. So let's see who the Queen of Swords is in the future energy. She can be you, she can be someone else. Usually an air sign. Usually a divorcee, someone single. She can be pretty cold. Show me the Queen of Swords in Aries' future. Queen of Swords in Aries' future. Gosh, opponent's wild daughter. Oh gosh. Isn't it interesting that I decided to mention about Hecate sending bad dreams? Because this combination is pretty much that. This is like really hideous nightmares. Opponent's wild daughter keeps you stuck until you address something from the past, something that's deeply buried within you that you're probably in denial about. It can speak of nightmares, depression, even madness, until it's dealt with. And we have the Piper. He is in his upright, which is something. I think Libra had him twice in reverse. This is it is a very magnetic attraction. It's very, very powerful. It's an energy that communicates from the heart without words, usually through music. And that's how they convey themselves, through music. It's very subtle expression, but it's very seductive. And yet it's attached to something that is literally giving somebody nightmares here. Or there is something that's calling them still back to the past. That somebody doesn't want to hear. Somebody doesn't want to talk about it, know about it. They just want to put this behind them. And yet I think this determination to not engage is actually leaving somebody stuck. Tell me about opponent's well daughter for this Queen of Swords. Tell me about opponent's well daughter for the Queen of Swords. Mask. This is somebody who's hiding a lot of pain behind a very cold facade. Opponent's well daughter. Oh my gosh, is it the moon? It is. This is someone's emotional. It's very, very deep, and it may be very, very dark. And if they are dealing with it, they're not letting on. Queen of Swords, Mask, and then show me the Piper. Garden. The garden is about, it can be about meetings and groups, but can also be about something becoming public and conscious. We're in the 10th house here, and there's something sudden happening in that department. We have got the coffin, the home, and the man here. So this can be in relation to a family member. It's coming back to this ending. Someone that you had a very close connection with, or a very intimate, private connection with. This Queen of Swords, if it is you, has had a private, connection with this man. Now, this could be a man that, this is like a public ending. I don't know why that's important to say. Show me the man, home, and coffin in Aries future. Man, home, and coffin. This could be somebody who's just like, leaving a property behind. Impartiality, passion, and trickery. Gosh. So the impartiality is the card of being a bit wishy-washy, non-committal, quite Knight of Wands energy. I suspect this is who this man is over here, because he's got a story to tell. And there's something, there's some sort of lie or deception around passion, around, passion. And I just feel that somebody's in the dark, and they don't want to see, but they're not seeing. They're not being prepared to listen to the call of the Piper, because she's got her back to him. Opponent's going the other way, and the Piper's going this way. Is leaving someone very stagnant. Show me the connection between the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The current connection. Perception. The current connection between the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Current connection between these two. Christ. Destiny. So they have an incredibly intense connection here. At least one of them thinks that they're destined to be together, or indeed they may be, but what's keeping them apart is their perception of one another and their insecurities. So whereas the Knight of Wands seems to be coming in here with a story, maybe an explanation, the Queen of Swords is utterly shut down to it. What does the Knight of Wands want to say to the Queen of Swords? What does the Knight of Wands want to say to the Queen of Swords? Rejection. I think he's saying that there's it's kind of confused me why he would want to give an explanation, because I'm sort of feeling he doesn't feel that this can be renewed. Either he's rejecting her or she's rejecting him. Renewal reversed for what he would say to the Queen of Swords. Renewal reversed. Yeah. No apologies, no emotional outpouring here. got a story to tell, but it's not coming from a place of, you know, trying to get things back on track. Renewal reverse for what the Knight of Wands is saying to the Queen of Swords. Two of Swords. What's the Knight of Wands saying in renewal? Thank you. He's got the Chariot and the Seven of Cups. I mean, he's basically confused about where to go from here. He may have a lot of options that he's going to pursue. Show me rejection. What is rejection? Ten of Cups again. World. So there's a marriage completed here. You know, it can obviously mean a divorce. Knight of Cups, Two of Wands reverse, which we'd have at the base of the deck, and believe it or not, the Moon card again here. So I don't know if someone's like leaving a marriage and they're off elsewhere, or I mean, the Knight of Cups here is a romantic idealist. He's a messenger of love, and he's moving away from a commitment that's already been completed. It's a cycle wrapped up here in terms of a connection, and he's moving on. Now, he's not sure where to go though, because the Two of Wands is in reverse here, which can mean that he's not really planned this. He's not really sure what direction to go in, and he's coming with the Moon in reverse here. So he may be coming out of a period of confusion. He may be revealing some sort of secret here. I think he's someone who has been stuck for some time. Anything else I want on that? No. So as I say, you're seeing yourselves as Three of Pentacles, not working with anyone. The Death card for, I think I'm going to have a look at the Ace of Swords and your fears, because I think there is a fear of some sort of truth or communication here. And I did hear you can't handle the truth from a few good men. The Ace of Swords in Aries fear. Why is the Ace of Swords in Aries fear? I think you're fearing that somebody is breaking free. This is a fear for you to actually leave this behind. And this is a good card, because this is about breaking free from anything that's kept you stuck in bondage, which was way back here in the Two of Cups here. And yet, it sort of seems to bring some sort of nervousness or fear around it. Yeah, because this is love. I think you're actually feeling that somebody is saying that they're over you, that sort of thing. That, you know, it's not going to work out. Show me the Fool. So this is your new beginning. This is something brand new in Aries outcome. The Fool for Aries for August 2021. What is the Fool? Singers of initiation, and the Maiden is both new beginnings. The Maiden's about something brand new, something really sweet, and this is a card of moving to a new level. This is a passage through trial. This is like, you know, you've been successful in breaking through something. This is a significant change in your outcome, Aries. As much as I still think there's some pain here attached to a past relationship, and you don't really want to, you know, have it rammed home, there is a brand new beginning here. The Maiden is absolutely lovely, and gosh, you did get the Maiden. Isn't that incredible? The Maiden is your archetype on the, you know, Miss Spiderweb, creating new alliances here. This is all new. This is like, you know, birth, growth, joy, hope, auspicious new beginnings, you know. It's beautiful. I don't know specifically what it is, but there's initiation and there's something new, and I think that's important for you to hold on to. I'm not really getting that this, like, you know, sadness or, well, there is a lot of emotion here. I don't know if it's yours or someone else's. I think the biggest problem is the confusion of it all. It feels really messy. Miss Spiderweb is messy. So let's take you some advice for Aries, August 2021. Yeah. Okay, so sorry, I've sort of just had to like tell them what the new beginning is. If I go into Lenormand, you'll get something quite specific. Now, and maybe on the career front. So what is this new beginning? I mean, for some of you, it can literally, you know, be a birth or a pregnancy. What is this new beginning for Aries? The Fool, the Maiden, the initiation. What is the new beginning for Aries? What is the new beginning for Aries? Oh, crikey. It's a fox. What is the new beginning for Aries? I wish I hadn't asked now. The dog. Now, that's not the same person usually. The fox is someone who's very cunning, very selfish, very self-interested. He can set traps for you, so be careful where you step with your fool here, because in my Mythic Tarot, this is a bit of an idiot. He doesn't really look where he's going. But there's a friend here, so it could be like a new friendship. It can be a new work colleague. I know sometimes I don't really read it as that, but I used to read the fox as like a casual job, so to speak. Tell me more about the new beginning for Aries with this friend. Might be a sneaky friend. Oh, that wanted to come out. It might be work. We do have the 10th house, keep saying it. This could be something abroad, something at a distance, a friend at a distance. Tell me more about the new beginning for Aries, August 2021. Oh, we love the key. The key is about answers and resolutions. If you've been like, you know, looking to make a death, you may literally have a choice here between a fox and a friend. This is a job offer of some sort with the moon here. There is a breakthrough here. There is a path to choose. You may have more than one decision, because there is literally like two. The Fool and the Maiden are, you know, the same sort of energy. Where is Aries going? The stars. This is like, you know, wishes being fulfilled. So if you have been confused now, you've got the moon and the stars. It's absolutely gorgeous. The stars lightens everything up, you know, brings clarity to the situation. It can mean there's going to be a lot of options for you. It's a card of, you know, spreading. Like your options are just suddenly wide open. But it is very, very a positive with the stars. It can speak of, you know, guidance. It can speak of fame, publicity. It's a breakthrough. It's ultimately a breakthrough, Aries, and it looks brilliant. So let's have a wee look. I think it's going to be a bit odd. Coming back to the unique gifts and the out trick-or-treating, there's something that's a wee bit odd, maybe unsettling. It's very different. Aries, advice for Aries, August 2021, please. Advice for Aries, August 2021. The moon, are you kidding me? I must have seen the moon, what, 3 or 4 times in this one reading. Moon is take note of intuitive messages. You've got Mother Earth at the base of the deck there. And choose your path. So you have got a path to choose from. The Direction Guardian. North, south, east, west. Where do you go? I do see a lot of options opening up for you here, Aries. Let me just read you the Direction Guardian. Gosh, straight to it. Connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart sing. The Direction Guardian represents the angel of direction. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at a crossroads and don't know which way to go. When we are unsure of what is right for us or the bigger picture, they can help us know what is best for all involved. Your path isn't set in stone, and your angels and guides have no expectations of you, nor should you have any for yourself. There are many directions you can take, and none of them are wrong, as they all hold perfect opportunities to grow and to learn. But life is to be enjoyed and savoured. So if you know that there's a decision to be made, and particularly if you are feeling indecisive, choose the path you know is going to make you light up. And choose with your heart. That's literally the stars. Choose the path that's going to make you light up. Beautiful. Have a great month, guys. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, go over and have a look at my Patreon channel. There's probably over 100 videos on there now. And for my Patreons, I'll talk to you in a wee minute. Bye.